And that's why Manhattan Cafe is the worst Uma Musume of all time. Please don't kill me.
Agnes Tachyon is rapidly approaching your location.
It would be funny.
Oh no, she broke it. She broke a leg. You're fine.
Oh, good.
It would be funny again if after all of these, these random non sequitur comments you've started streams with, that was the one that got you taken out.
Yeah.
Honestly, that would be correct.
Welcome back to the Storytime Network, everybody. It is Sunday, and so, of course, we are here with D&D.
I will say it is very funny. I've done 2 of those intros that have been about Super Creek. I'm going to wait till the next year to do my 3rd one, and then I'll never speak about Super Creek again. Speaking of creeks and rivers and lakes, we have Seamus the Half-Elf Bard, we have Darren the Genasi Rogue, Felix the Eladrin Wizard, and Aldane the Half-Elf Paladin. The 4 of you teleported into Santusk. During your arrival, you spoke with the titular Santusk himself, who immediately pledged his willingness to aid you in the liberation of Centralis. Due to his settlement was pretty much ground zero for the undead invasion. It weren't ground zero, but it was very close. So he was very appreciative of the work you did. He also was able to find and hand the next piece of the armor of the Titans. That, now you've got half of them. You've got the cape, and I think I said the gauntlets?
I think so.
I don't remember. I really should. But doesn't matter. The point is, though, you got that. You're halfway to completing that for Prody. And yeah. Because the day was still very early, you were given the opportunity to do stuff to pass the time. Seamus played some music and even got a few people joining in, and even got a nice tidy sum of gold. I nearly said gil. I don't know why I've not played Final Fantasy 14 in ages. Felix decided to participate in some gambling, specifically Baccarat. And if I recall, he did all right. I don't remember.
I at the very least broke even, I believe.
You did good. Because it was an average, not a...
Yeah.
Dairon was doing some reconnaissance, listening out for people, hearing various rumors, especially about time magic, like haste and slow, seemingly going haywire. Aldane, alongside Rua and Prody, did some helping with training drills so that the recruits could have different fighting styles to train against. Aldane and Prody both did very well in their respective training bits. However, Rua, being such a drastically different fighting style to the rest of the people that were there, made it very difficult for him to really impart any wisdom. Get it? Because he's a wisdom character. That was actually by accident. I didn't even mean for that pun. But yes, he struggled to really teach anything to the recruits and cadets and soldiers. But ultimately, though, you guys eventually reconvened, and Felix took the opportunity to cast Contact of a Plane.
Yep. I think it went well.
Excuse me. Felix made contact with
no
another plane.
nearby.
Yes, he contacted another plane, as the spell does, and had a very interesting talk, learning about various things, like, is the reason that time magic is happening is as a result of something happening with the god of time, which it was. and a few other bits of very important information, such as whatever it is that is bothering the God of Time and causing problems to him, it must be something more than what anyone can currently know about. After that happened, the scene changed for the first time, I think, ever. I've never done it before. And the being that Felix had contacted made a report. Basically stating that Felix himself had asked about the God of Time, and how none of the party are aware of whatever's going on with the God of Time. However, something to do with the corruption seems to be a factor. It was also mentioned that Rua would very likely be a potential target of whatever this corruption is, due to some of the unique factors that make him who he is. Of course, none of the party knows that bit of information. That was for the viewers and the players. Some contacting was had via sendings, to which it was revealed that it was very likely that Felix spoke with the Azamar of the God of Magic. None of which really gave the party anything to feel very hopeful or, safe about. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Unless you want to do anything before, we can always just immediately move to the next day. I believe the party said... Oh no, because we went to Venari. Yes, I'm already forgetting that. I'm stupid. Yes, the party did actually rest. Then they went to Venari, where they caught up with Mr. X, the Goliath, Xavier, who told the party some of what's been going on. Apparently, the cult have been making moves to the north of Venari, around the Turim Tower, and were asked if they would be willing to provide some reconnaissance aid. Not to necessarily engage with them or cause a skirmish, but at the very least, just to keep a helpful eye out.
Yeah.
However, they said they were going to be doing that in several days, which would allow the party to make their way to the Star Children's Orc camp. They were also told that a boat would be making its way from Blackrain to Venari, so that more soldiers can be stationed in the area, not only to protect Venari, but so that when the inevitable march on Centralis is had, it'll be easier to have things already prepared and ready. So, yeah. I believe the party said they would be probably... I mean, it's up to you to decide. I'm just going off what I think I remember. But I believe you said you were already going to be just heading to the Star Children's Orc camp, or at least trying to find them.
Yeah.
Just because the only thing that's really happened is Felix had cast teleport. That's the only in terms of resources. And the day is still very early.
Yeah, I mean, as much as it would be nice to have the 7th level spell slot, it's not crucial. I shall make do. So yeah, I think we just head off.
So I'm going to ask for... Again, give me a D100.
courtier.
I just remembered it would help if I had my other tabs open for tabletop.
You know?
Okay. So, you as a group travel to the Aster Forest. The last time you were here was retrieving Brewer's Moonblade. Well, not retrieving, but heading to the temple to get the Moonblade. And if you recall, there was actually called to the Terrace members in the area and even in the temple.
Rings a bell.
So, as you maneuver your way through the forest, if anyone wants to give me perception checks, just, keep an eye and ear out and just, not be caught unawares. You know what they say, perception is the most important skill in the game.
I got a 2.
Wow.
I got a rock.
I also got a 2.
Mm-hmm.
So that was Prody's roll. That was Rua's roll. Rua got a 3.
Fucking
It's because half the current party has expertise in perception.
Yeah, we're pretty built for just being everything.
I don't know why. I don't know why I bother even rolling perception. I should just leave it to the expertise grip.
No, it's fun when you do it. I need to not roll perception as much.
I mean, think of it this way. There could be a circumstance where I decide that Seamus and Dairon are in a separate group, so then Aldane and Felix just have to hope that they roll good for perception. Dairon and Seamus just big chilling because they perceive everything and know if anything's coming at them. The flip side is neither of them are tanks, so one good hit will knock them clean out. Meanwhile, Felix and Aldane have enough tankiness between Aldane alone to, be good, but they probably stumble into traps. But that's neither here nor there.
I mean, I do have proficiency in perception. It's just that I have a 0 wisdom modifier, so it's just the proficiency bonus.
+5 can... Because, I mean, any proficiency or anything that can give you a boost to perception especially is vital, in my opinion.
Oh, wait, sorry, I forgot. Guidance. Always forget.
8.
It's an 8! That was so worth it.
Dude low rolled, possibly... Well, the second lowest low roll Felix could have made with perception. But you travel through the forest in your motley band of adventurers. One moment, sorry. Is this the one I want? No, it's not. Is this it? Sorry about that. I had a notification that I needed to get rid of. So, you are traveling through the forest. We're actually going to change the music as well. Here you go. You are wandering through the forest. It is almost eerily quiet. Apart from your footsteps against the leaves and the floor, there's very little in the way of anything that actually, how would I describe it, is making noise. If anything, I remembered, because I actually was checking character sheets recently, Aldane would be the only one who's actually quiet because he has Boots of Elvenkind.
Whoop, whoop.
It's not to say that you're necessarily walking quietly anyway, but you know, as you wander through the forest, everyone but Felix is noticing things within your area, such as you're noticing signs of like life. You're noticing like the occasional like birds flying through the area. You're noticing like rabbits and other like woodland animals. The rest of you, apart from Felix, in fact, I imagine Felix nearly steps in the footprints, which would have been bad. It wouldn't have been bad. It would only been the one footprint, but anyway. You all find some footprints, actually, some tracks. And they look like footprints belonging to footwear that you are not familiar with. Like you don't recognize what could make these kinds of like shoe prints, I guess you could say. If anyone wants to roll survival, they can use it to
Would it be
determine where. Yeah, it'd be survival.
Or nature.
It's survival, because survival is specifically tracking.
Dang.
I don't
Anyone
have
else?
survival.
My survival's kind of ass, but I guess I'll do it.
My survival's also ass, but I got a good roll.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
It's a good thing I gave Prody survival proficiency. I mean,
Survival's just
I
not
say-
something people tend to prioritize.
to be fair, it's
Ironically.
because I've made exploration like relatively underutilized. You usually know the path ahead, or there's usually something immediately obvious that helps you know where to go. So you know it's pretty uncommon, admittedly. I tend to find myself in campaigns where it's easily possible to go an entire campaign without using survival. I'd argue survival and religion are probably two of the least common roles in 5e. In most cases.
Yes.
We
If this was Curse of Strahd, that'd be a completely different question. Both of those roles would be immediately more valuable. But this isn't Strahd. This is, I was going to say, a good campaign.
wow.
But I mean, this is a good campaign. But I'm not I don't want to try and act as if Strahd is worse, because I actually really want to play a Strahd campaign. But anyway, so Prody and Aldane notice the direction of the tracks. It seems to be heading. So you would have come vaguely for the sake of like actually, you know, the rough journey you would have made. So you would have, you know, left Venari, headed east, and then you would have headed like east from where you went. So, you know, not necessarily that you're exactly where the originator of this arrow is. But let's just say you're here for the sake of it, like this rough area, you know, like there. It looks as if the camp is to the southeast of you. Or at least not necessarily the camp, because you don't know if it's the camp, but what's it called now? The direction these footprints are heading indicates to the southeast. You okay? I thought I heard snoring.
Oh no, I'm stretching.
So yeah, as you, I assume, would be heading in the direction of the tracks that they lead, you go down that way. If anyone would like to give me another round of perception checks, this is Prody's roll. Not very good. This is Rua's roll. Nearly did persuasion. Is that another 19?
Perception.
Oh no, he rolled the 18. It was Prody that rolled 19. So, Seamus and Dairon, you both notice bear traps on the ground.
Traps or tracks?
Traps.
Okay.
You also notice several bits of like tripwires. There even seems to be like a trap for like, you know, the kind. What's the kind of trap where like you hoist someone up by their leg and they're upside down, like one of those kinds of traps?
Like a lure trap?
Yes, thank you. It seems to be just in the general area. You don't know whether they're necessarily hunting traps or just, you know, to keep people away. But you, with the survival checks that Prody and Aldane got, and with both of your really good perception checks, you find the most safe way to navigate through the forest without being disturbed. Eventually, Dyron and Seamus, you also notice in the distance there is an archer who appears to be trained on you guys, high up in the
Fun.
trees.
Can I get a sense of who they are, or anything?
If either of you or both of you would like to, because you would have noticed them, like, from what you can gather, they haven't noticed that you've noticed them. So if you would like to roll a perception check to get a better idea of who is pointing their bow at you, you can.
Slightly better.
Siamus?
I wasn't sure if that was just for Dairon.
Southeast Asian Mus? It's just those two, no one else.
Oh, okay. My bad.
So both of you can tell it's an orc. You notice the how to describe it? You can tell just from like the shape and build and the clothing. It doesn't look like they are a human.
I look at Seamus, I nod, and then I say, We've got eyes, and then I raise my hands in surrender and wave.
We
You
all
follow
have
along,
eyes.
Seamus?
Well, I guess that's what we're going with then.
Do you copy Dyron as well, Seamus?
Might as well.
Rua and Prody, seeing you both do that, also hold their hands up in peace.
Aldane will do so as well.
Why are you guys waving your hands in the air like you just don't care? I feel like you should
We
be
do
caring.
care.
It's because Simon says.
No, because Dairon says.
That's what I said.
I assume Dyron and Seamus have noticed something we haven't, so...
We had an archer trained on our position. And it was
Yeah, that'd be a
an
good
orc
reason
from
to
the
hold your
Star-
hands up.
It's an orc from the Star Children.
Do you want to copy us, Felix?
Fine, if you're just gonna ruin my individuality like that.
If your individuality comes at the cost of us, fuck you.
Dyron just says, we see you, you see us, can we chat?
I feel heard. They don't say that. It's like, I feel seen.
Also, in fairness, if you guys get taken out by one archer, then I feel like you're sandbagging.
If we get taken out, it would just be an unpleasant experience getting shot.
Anything we can do to sooner make peace with the orcs, the better.
That too.
After a few moments, you see an orc actually make their way over to you. By comparison with the sand tusks, because the sand tusk's skin candy coloured to blend in with the sand. Obviously, the same was the case with the frostfangs, because their skin was mostly completely white. The Bloodblades, by comparison, their skin was more of like a noticeable green, like the kind that would be easy to see at a distance. Very likely because they were the most belligerent and willing to be open in conflict. These are a lot more like natural green colours, like they blend in with the surroundings very well. But this orc, makes himself present and also waves the hands above his before bringing them down. Rest easy. We see you. We don't normally get people out here, as you can imagine, apart from the humans.
Yeah, fair. I think this is the second time we've visited.
We were aware of you when you went to that temple. We didn't choose to interact with you because you were killing the humans in the area, so we just trusted that you would leave as soon as you were done, which you did, which we are very appreciative of.
Never hurts to have an abundance of caution, we found.
Are we just yelling this across the forest, by the way?
They've walked to you to the point where, like...
Okay. I think...
Rua could dash and touch them.
Okay. I found it very funny, too.
They're about, like 70, 80 feet from you.
I imagine we were just across the forest from each other, just yelling.
Imagine. My name is Wabunga. I will type that out.
I think I know how it's spelled.
Yep. Do you have a cousin? No, I don't ask that. I don't ask that.
What? Out of character, what were you going to ask?
Do you have a cousin or brother named Kawa?
No, but I've been told not to have a cow often. This exchange does not happen. Or it does, maybe. That would be funny. But yes, the orc seems to be a rather young-looking man. By comparison to some of the other orcs, these have like noticeably less prominent tusks. If anything, they just more look like large teeth. And he tells you, we've had scouts in the area. We actually have some stationed in Venari. We are aware that you wanted to speak with our leadership.
Well, that's good. That makes things quicker and easier for all of us.
If you would be willing to follow me, we can lead you to our camp. However, we do ask that you do not tell anyone of our camp.
We won't. We
will be doing a magic ritual to ensure that you do keep that promise. I hope you do not mind. I thought I would tell you out in the interest of our secrecy.
Fair. We are here on behalf of him, though, as well.
Who's the Lord?
I point at Prody.
Prody then, to be fair, in that fight with Ellent, I was him. He, using that as a bouncing off point, says, yes, as you guys will be walking, and just says, yes, we want to get your aid so that we can help liberate Centralis, and also fully deal with the threat of the Cult of the Tarask and the creature of their namesake. Wabunga nods and just says, well, personally, I don't mind, but our leadership is a bit more varied, maybe compared to the others. There isn't just one leader of our tribe.
Oh, is it a council of some sort?
Yes, there's a few of us. So getting one of our people supports doesn't necessarily mean anything when you'd be contending with several others.
Can I just say, I thought he was going to go, oh, I don't mind the Trask, I'm not really that bothered by it.
Yeah,
It's like-
fuck it. I've always wanted to die.
It's like live and let live, you know?
If it happens, it happens.
Yeah.
You know, like, I've always wanted to be Vord. I mean, what? No, I'd never say that.
Well, the Trask is a creature just like the rest of us. If it's gotta eat, it's gotta eat.
No, they're all
Why can't
weed
we all
bro. They're
be
all weed
friends?
bros. So they all have, like, red bloodshot eyes. They all really smell. And they're like, no, bro, it's fine. If it's part of nature, it's part of nature, dude.
They all talk like surfer bros.
Yeah, you get it, man. Like, no, imagine that'd be terrible.
Dude, you're not really
Originally-
doing it right.
The original interpretation of Torrent was going to be like a surfer bro, but I think it's really funny that he speaks in a really strong Mancunian accent. Honestly, if Torrent was an even more prominent character, I would do a lot to really, like, especially for him, make him be very different. Because if I was to fan cast Torrent, I would actually want him being played by an Arab actor. But that's neither here nor there. But yeah, if I was going to do a dude bro, though, it would have been Torrent. But I think it's funny that Torrent isn't one. But yeah, so Wabunga continues to explain. There are 5 different. The collective of our group is the Star Children, but there are 5 separate tribes. Or families, or whatever you would like to call them. We don't really.
Lands?
Yeah, we don't really give them a specific name. We don't really have a specific term because, well, we know who we are, and we rarely ever interact with the outside. Only occasionally, if we're in a shortage of supplies, do we venture to Venari to trade or purchase anything. Any of the orcs you probably see in Venari, people who've left our clan, because
Did he just?
He glitched out.
He died.
Hmm?
He's dead.
You
What
glitched
happened?
out there, kind of.
You cut out.
yeah, he goes on to say, any orcs you've probably seen in Venari are likely ones that have decided to leave the clan.
Oh, okay. Several people are typing.
I'm just typing something out.
I know, it's just funny to see, like, someone says
Yeah.
a remark and then it turns into several
But,
people are typing.
Yeah, you get told that, and he also says, the part when you dealt with those elves, I think they were, they're one of the groups. Each of the different tribes, I guess you could say, manage different parts of the Star Children as a collective. So the group you met, which is also what I am now a part of because my friend's all the way back there. We handle the actual reconnaissance and peacekeeping within the forest. We are effectively the eyes of the forest, so to speak. There's also the group, the tribe, that handles the druidic affairs. They are their own group, led by their own orc chieftain, who are the people who also operate our medical parts of our collective. I'm sure you're all familiar with druidic magic by now.
More or less.
We also have the group that manages education. You know, teaching the youth and the young, teaching any skills that might be needed to pass on. And all those other such things. We have also the group, the tribe that manages the how would I describe this in a word used in your language? As he pauses for a moment, I'm gonna roll to see if he actually can think of the correct word. Oh, wow, he actually rolled an 18.
Good for him.
Damn. There's also the group that's I as the GM am forgetting the word, and that's terrible of me. It's terrible. I'm terrible. They're the people.
Terrible.
They're the people who are effectively the mediators of the tribes. If there's a dispute to be had, they tend to be involved to help keep things from becoming too personal. And ultimately, they'll be the ones to suggest and bring up potential punishments to match the problem that has occurred. The final group are the bookkeepers. They're the ones who oversee and record the history of our people, pass down traditions, stories, songs. Generally the ones who attempt to keep our culture alive. And so, in the event that maybe we pass for some reason, people who may find us can see the records and know who we were.
I'm going to ask a very silly question.
You might get a very silly answer.
Has there been any, shall we say, individuals who are interested, anyone being weird about the cults in the territory, in the area?
In what regard?
Wanting to join them or supporting what they're doing or whatever?
To my knowledge, no. Again, my tribe is effectively the eyes of the forest. To my knowledge, and I'm, not to boast, this isn't a boast, but I'm pretty high up within my tribe. So most information is reported directly to me. Therefore, I cannot tell you, I do not believe there is any goings-on with our tribe in a collaborative manner with the cult.
Fucking hell!
Reliable
What
talent's
the
a hell of a
fuck?
drug.
It is, yeah.
So yeah, Darren got the 1, but it defaults to rolling an 8 on the dice if Darren rolled less than an 8.
10, I
That's
think.
crazy work.
Rogues are
It's
really
10, yeah.
good. Rogues are really good when they get the chance to
When they're spec'd
There's a
properly,
reason
rogues
the
are
rogue
insane.
is the skill monkey.
Yeah, rogues and bard. If there isn't a rogue in the
Bards.
group, you want a bard, and if there isn't a bard, a ranger isn't that bad because rangers are the third class that has the most natural skills.
But you want
and
at
yeah,
least one of those three in a group.
I know a lot of people who are like, even 3 or 2-party D&D groups, I've had people say that Rogue is one of the best picks for something that, like, a low number of party members, just because of the sheer versatility.
Mm-hmm.
A rogue is always useful.
Makes sense.
I would disagree, but that's only because I've seen D&D campaigns where they didn't let sneak attack work on crits.
Yes, but those people are wrong.
To be fair, I know Monty Glue from Unexpectables doesn't allow crit smites, which I vehemently disagree with, because I'd argue smites and sneak attack are their classes' like
Bread and butter.
defining abilities.
We don't get extra attack. Like, rogues specifically do not get extra attack because of sneak attack.
Yeah. Like, rogue is the burst damage. If a rogue misses, it's felt.
Which is why rogues don't usually miss.
Especially since they got aim.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there's a reason why you give me my abilities so that I don't overuse aim.
But yes, from your insight, Dairon, you can gather that Woodbunger is not lying to you. He is very confident, at the very least, that none of the people under his watch are interacting with the cult.
And you don't believe that anyone from the other clans have had any contact as far as you're aware.
We also have the cult on the orcs in the tribe as a whole. So we would know if any of them are wandering out. The only people I could imagine who would be able to do so are the tribe that manages the druidic arts, because they could turn into animals to sneak away, or could use magic to hide themselves. Which is a genuine possibility. The problem is, though, is that before you came along, we were having regular skirmishes with the cults when it came to that temple at the north of us. So we do not have a positive relationship with them anyway. In fact, when you arrive at the camp, you'll probably see some of the people we've hung and heads we've put on pikes to deter people away. That was a bus. Very loud bus as well.
You've got a bus route in the forest. That's good.
Yeah, we wanted... well, since our new elected official came into power, we've since taxed the 1%, and we're now doing free public transportation for the people.
Honestly, good for you guys.
Sounds awesome.
That'd be funny. Like, socialist orcs.
Look, I believe it. I'd also vote for it.
But yes, he goes on to say that, that is a genuine possibility, but with our bad relationship with the humans, I am confident enough in my people that I don't believe any of them would ruin our safety by colluding with them.
You understand why I asked what I'm asking.
Experience.
And I mean no disrespect.
Which is none taken, we understand. To be fair, if anyone did, traitors are given the harshest punishments within our clan. We tie them up to rocks outside of the beaches. We cover them in seed and various things that will attract the birds, and they are pecked to death.
Ooh, gross.
Damn.
We then use the remaining bits of the corpses to then turn into fuels for some of our fires. That's how would I describe this as he pauses?
So is this just only traders is turned into to firewood, or is it everybody?
It's not firewood. We use it as an incense to deter wild creatures from getting in our area.
Now I'm just curious. Like now I'm just actually curious. But I just wanted to check and ask. Because Lord, not Lord.
The German member in that server? The guy who helped contribute to the indie game Blade Song? Just like
Shameless plug of a friend's game.
Sari only knows that if I didn't ask, we'd end up having to deal with some, random traitor in your midst that is actively working with the cult to suborn your tribe so that they aren't able to they won't be able to put up a resistance, and then they're able to more easily take over Cordis and have a stronger foothold, because of course that would happen.
Okay.
I'm very tired.
I mean, you're allowed to do your own reconnaissance within the area once we arrive. If you were... Well, he points to Rubber. If you was chosen by the sword that was in the temple, we are willing to put our trust in you.
We appreciate that trust, and we will do our best to not violate that.
Orc clan was actually very closely associated with Hatayia. It was even said, based in our history, that the Star Children were named the Star Children directly from Hatayia himself, given elves and their associations with the stars and celestial bodies.
Oh.
Interesting.
It's even said that the reason why a lot of us orcs don't look as orky as the rest of the tribes is because some of us have elven blood in our lineage. So it's diluted some of the overt orc influence.
Interesting.
Whether that's true, he shrugs. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if some of us do have elven in our long, ancestry, but
I mean,
it
it's
doesn't really
possible,
change. I mean, it doesn't really matter.
No.
None of us were able to pull the sword from the stone, so...
Does that make this guy your one true king?
Does he have it on him?
Is this
Not at the moment.
River says, yeah, not at the moment. I don't.
It's in the land of the dead.
He opens
Don't
his
ask how
mouth.
I got there.
He opens his mouth, ready to speak, and then closes it.
His dad took it. It's a whole thing.
It's complicated to explain.
I didn't ask. You don't need to tell me. This isn't to be rude. It's just I don't need to know.
It's been a whole thing. We're dealing with it.
Okay.
Something about it being complicated, yeah.
Okay. You can tell it's not even that he's trying to be rude, he just genuinely does not care because it does not concern him. Well, it does in the sense that, where the sword is located, but, it's not going to affect him right now, so he's fine with you just not telling him stuff. After a few bits of walking, eventually, you find yourselves at a... how to describe this? You see a collection of tree houses, actually. You see, planks, you see ladders, you see even, slides, even. many different ways to go up and down these tree houses, and they're all connected. If anything, from what any of you would have heard from like history books of how wood elven villages are crafted, this very much feels like a stereotypical like wood elven settlement. Which is funny because you're not aware of any wood elven settlements on this like continent. The Star Children. Wabunga then says, "This is our humble abode, our camp." As he begins to describe, like, that this is a place where, this is where their home is, you see another orc approach you and Wabunga. The orc leans in to give Wabunga a whisper, but deliberately has Wabunga and themselves facing away from all of you.
Avoiding lip reading. Interesting.
I mean, you can still use perception to listen into their conversation. You just don't have the luxury of using... this is Rue's roll, by the way. Yeah, you just can't read lips. Anybody else?
Give me a second.
I think we got good. Really good rolls.
No, you haven't. What if I told you even Darren can't listen?
Haha.
I mean, Darren can, but like...
I think if you told...
The DC was actually 30? Imagine.
That would be like telling me I can't stealth after I roll a 30. Like, it'd be like, what the fuck?
I mean, so in that circumstance, I would be describing to you exactly as if you were stealthed, and I would just won't let you know until it's the most inconvenient for you.
Oh, 100%.
To be fair, unless a dragon with true sight is in the area, there's very little that could beat a 30.
Yeah, no, I know.
Also, there's new music for us to play. So you arrive at this area. The actual place, at least this opening area that you're in, is like very much a canopy of trees. There's like a lot of trees overhead that are blocking out sunlight. Once the orc that was speaking to Wabunga is finished, the orc that's been accompanying you tells you, well then, if you don't mind following me, I'll lead you to who you need to speak with. I know you're busy people, so there's no point in wasting your time. So yeah, if you want to follow me, that would be appreciated. I mean, you have been anyway, so... the orc that Wabunga was speaking to actually walks back where you came. Very likely trading places with Wabunga now that he's, with you guys.
Yeah.
You are led up to, so you do, while there is tree houses, you do see a few tents in the area as well, and like huts. One of the huts in particular you are led to is a very large one. Like, it's enough that you all can stand in. It's very, very large. Inside, you see 5 orcs sitting around a hearth. That's the word. A hearth. The kind of cooking things. Each of them are an eclectic mix of ages. One of them actually looks to be a child.
Huh.
Wabunga then does a gesture where he holds his hands out and arms spread, before then bringing both of his hands to his chest, roughly where his heart is. He then takes a small bow and just says, "Greetings. These were the people that I was speaking to you about." Because, yeah, apparently he was speaking to them. You, friends, as he looks to you all, these are the 5 elders of our tribes. So he tells you that, and then he you notice him walk over and take a knee, kneeling beside one of the orcs. The one in question is a woman around kind of everyone but Felix's age, because Felix is the outlier of the group.
So 20s-ish?
Yeah, she looks a lot friendlier than Ellen's. Her hair, noticeably, compared to Ellen, who was very short-haired, this woman's hair is much longer, braided. And she smiles to you all and just says, "It's good to meet you all. Let me check her name." Where is the list? Where are you? Here we go. My name is Bulo. I'm in charge of the hunting and the reconnaissance. I believe Wabunga has already told you we're more or less the eyes of the forest. The next one, who looks to be the oldest, she looks very, very old. She reminds you of the druid from the Bloodblade Orcs. Her name, let me have a look. And she says, "My name is N. I handle the druidic and magical parts of our fair tribe. I was the one speaking to Wabunga through the use of the sending spell.
That tracks.
We also have alarm spells dotted throughout the area. So we already knew your presence before you even knew of us."
Fair enough.
But it is appreciated that you've come as an allies rather than having to fight you. And so this is N's name. It's 2 letters, it's pretty easy to keep track of. Let me see. The next one is a young man. He, again, also similar in age to you guys. Probably a little bit older, like maybe like late 20s to early 30s. What's his name? "My name is Avans," he tells you. "My jurisdiction is the peacekeeping of the forest and enforcing any law that needs to be held."
Are you also with Wunga?
Who?
Names are hard. You know what the name
Wabunga's with Bulo.
Okay.
Yeah, the actual scouting and stuff that Wabunga was a part of is a separate thing to the actual laying down the law. He just says, "I help you be on your best behavior while you're here, but we're willing to give you that trust. Especially if you've been to the other orc clans so far. The next one, who is the child, she looks to be about like... You can hazard a guess, like maybe 6 or 7. Like 8, maybe? Like, she's very young. My name is Udi. What was the... Why am I already forgetting which jurisdiction she's part of? Oh my god, I have the notes as well. I'm stupid, the words aren't coming to me. I'm just here to, in place of my grandpa. He's currently sick right now. My tribe handles the education, schools and stuff. The next one, who also looks similarly old to N, she then tells you her name. If I can find it.
I am never gonna remember all these names. Damn.
You know what you can do to remember the names?
Write them down.
You know.
I don't know how to. I don't know how to write. I'm sorry.
Oh, I didn't realize. I mean, you are American.
Yeah. So tracks, right? Baseball, huh?
I mean, if anything, that's more of a Japanese thing at this point. Even though
Go ahead.
one of the most
Go
iconic,
ahead.
even though, I was going to say one of the most iconic baseball players who is in America, yet is Japanese. You know, Otani.
Yeah. Well, top players in the MLB have been Dominican for years as well, so it's not a new.
Damn.
That's not a new phenomena.
Fair enough. What's the... Okay, this one, her name is Ease. And she tells you, my name is Ease. I handle the record keeping and passing down the traditions of our tribe and any stories we need to share. And we will definitely have to write about this potential collaboration. I say potential because, well, there are 5 of us. She gestures to her contemporaries. Avans, as a reminder, the peacekeeper and, like, you know, the law says. So we are correct in knowing that you wish to have us aid you in liberating Centralis.
That is
That
correct.
much we... He nods. We also are aware that you have been collecting fragments, if I say fragments, pieces of the armor of the Titans. We do have possession of the armor that you are looking for. However, collaboration with our tribe is a different matter. Some of us are skeptical about this arrangement. We have lived in harmony with the forest for so long, and some of us do not believe that the threat that you have claimed to be the case is as tangible as you say it is. I myself, however, am willing to believe what you see to be the problem. I'm one of the few that is on your... One of the few. I'm one of the people that is on your side. So hopefully that, at least for me, makes you feel a bit more positive.
So can I just check, the people that don't believe us, is it that they don't believe that there's a Tarask that's going to wake up, or that the cult of the Trask is able to wake it up?
So N, the old druid, tells you, well, I can't speak for my colleagues, but I do not believe the Tarask will awaken. I was around when the Tarask last appeared, decades ago.
Samesies!
I was physically there to see it. You weren't.
Not samesies, okay. I thought it was more of a general thing. Continue.
No. It's not about you. She doesn't say that. That would be like really hostile.
There,
Which-
Felix.
What I was going to say is, yes, I was physically there to see it happen. I was there in the front lines providing aid. I saw the damage and the extent of the fighting that had happened. I feel very confident in the belief that the Tarask will not awaken again. Even within our lifetimes, or even yours. She gestures to you, Felix.
We did encounter the Tarask at one point. It was slumbering, but it was also starting to stir.
Well, anyone can stir within their sleep.
I mean,
What's concerning is that the cult has been tapping into its magic and shows a great deal of understanding, rudimentary though it may be, of how the Tarask operates and what it's capable of.
Well, if it makes you feel any better, I was also one of the people who also was able to get and experiment on some of its flesh. Some of its bile, some of its saliva. I am relatively familiar with the inner workings and how the Tarask is. We've also encountered Taraskified creatures ourselves. So we're no stranger to the cults and some of their machinations. However, she pauses for a moment before continuing, as if she's like considering what she should say next. As someone who has been alive when it was awakened and has been personally involved in the research into the Tarask, or at least what we have chosen to research and what we know, very confident that it will not awaken, and that it is simply a bluff, intimidation tactic from the cults.
I mean, we have had information from a Cult of the Tarask trader that confirms they have a way to wake it up.
Persuasion.
Oh god.
I would like to reinforce Felix as well.
Sure.
Or should I reinforce it?
How would
Does it make
you
a
be?
difference?
How would you, Seamus, be reinforcing it when you've not said anything?
In-
Not to be mean, it's just you do like a what's it called? You like
Oh dang, 19, that's good.
You bang a gong to like emphasize his words.
I bring out a little pocket gong, little ding.
Flat 19 for the win.
I know. See, this is why I like forcing the non-charisma people to make charisma checks, because it adds a lot of fun to dialogue and like interactions. She considers your words, gives them a nod. Well, that definitely introduces something, but how do you... So you believe the veracity of this traitor's claims, yes?
It's not just the traitor, it's... We've had to work alongside another senior member of the cult.
Yes, we were in a, what do you call it, an enemy mine situation, as it were.
While in the Underdark. And while there, that individual, who is a named leader of the cult, like one of their upper tiers, also confirmed that they have a way of waking the Tarask, and is not pleased about it.
I've learned a lot about the factionalism within the cults,
You
From-
can see her eyes widen in growing horror as she's
Like,
becoming
I-
convinced.
I understand wanting to hope and wield the previous experience that it is hard to wake a beast like the Tarrasque up. However, these people, the new version of this cult, or this most recent version of them,
They're
is
fanatical and driven enough to.
they're dangerous.
Yeah.
And dangerous on a scale that I don't think is precedented outside of maybe things that Akra Evere and his son faced during the war.
Akro's never present during the war, just as a...
Well, I mean, Akra during like his adventures, and
Yeah.
then Stasius.
That's fair. She seemingly is very much convinced by your arguments. Let me just check. So the the child Udi says, I mean, yeah, you make good points. You know, for what it's worth, my grandpa believes in you, and he's supportive. She looks really out of her depth. It's like,
I
why?
appreciate that.
Like, why is this child here?
Is your grandfather?
He's currently sick right now.
Can we? I look at Aldane and just go. Maybe my friend here can take a look. He is skilled with removing
Ailments.
And actually then interjects and says, we've used high-level magic. I actually have the capacity to use greater restoration, and it hasn't worked.
I see.
Hmm.
Worth a shot. I just wanted to offer it. We
We
wanted to offer.
believe it might... Will you sending on you, Dairon? To just say...
I think I know what they're about to say, and I'm so not ready for it.
It is very likely old age is a factor.
Oh, okay. Oh,
Udi's grandfather is actually the oldest orc in our clan. He is actually turning 103
oh wow.
in a few months.
That is impressive.
He was around during the war against humans, and even before the war actually ended.
Dairon raises their hand and just asks, not to be morbid, but is there a line of succession?
She gestures to Udi. She's the only currently living relative of the leader. That's not to say that we necessarily that we care that much about living relatives taking charge.
Of course.
But
Of course.
Udi is surprisingly well educated and well learnt for her age. We were even tempted to send her off to a college or a university once she becomes old enough and capable enough to look after herself, as we believed her talents would be better suited in a better place of learning where she can be nurtured properly. Bulow then says, for what it's worth, we have been doing...
Dairon responds to that sending, by the way, as good. Oh, that's better than what I feared, which was malfeasance.
She like shakes her head at you, like not angrily, but like narrows, like frowns a little bit, and then shakes her head like, no, no, no.
Like no, Dairon doesn't like say that out loud. Like in the sentence.
She's looking at you, shaking her head after you
Okay.
respond.
Like not a like, how dare you, or like a
No, it's
what
just
the
like
fuck?
no, like don't worry, it's not anything that bad.
Okay.
I
I really leaning into Dairon as the paranoid one.
Yes, Bulow does say, for what it's worth as well, we have been doing a lot of skirmishes with the cults. They have been sending more Taraskified things our way. Some of the Taraskified things are becoming worse in scale. They actually found some wandering dinosaurs from around the Bloodblades territory and have even begun Taraskifying them.
I look at Prody and
In
just
fact,
go,
they even reanimated a T-Rex
oh,
and was
shit.
even using necromancy.
Oh, hey, Prody, you want to go round 2?
He just looks at you. Doesn't even say anything and then looks to the elder orcs. Well, it seems like you all have different information and things regarding the cults. I want to know is why are you not unified then on the cults and dealing with them? Most of you, at least, or at least half of you, are aware of the tangible threats they pose. What is the problem? Ease, the record keeper, says, well, this isn't just a matter of us, but it's also our tribes. Some of them don't believe the threats they pose will ever reach to here. Some of them also believe that, well, if we're able to handle the cult right now, you know, what's to stop this Tarask being a problem? They're not aware of what it actually has done. If anything, and she gestures to herself, to N, and then to Udi, it's only us two and her grandfather that would, you know, still have any, that have been alive long enough to even feel any of the lingering effects from when the Tarask was summoned.
Here is a question. When is this a matter of they don't believe the Tarask is real?
It's been long enough that they don't, some of the people do not believe that the threats it poses could be done again.
How can we best help your people? Like, best help you convince your people and the holdouts?
Well, Ease gestures to N. Now that she's willing to believe you guys, that will probably do a lot. Our chief druid does carry some sway when it comes to describing the dangers of the wild and the, you know, the creatures that roam this land.
That's good.
We have also, well, my tribe have also been doing our best to reinforce the importance of the stories associated with the Tarask. We were originally over 100,000 strong before the Tarask last surfaced. After that, well, about... She pauses for a moment as she tries to remember. After that, we were reduced to about, I want to say, 47,000 of us at the time. After that, after the Tarask was dealt with. So more than half of us were wiped out because of it. And, well, our population has slowly been dwindling, if we're being honest. Not for any other means, it's just a lot of our younger people are leaving the clan. They're heading elsewhere because they want to live beyond this tribe, and I don't blame them. I would have done it anyway if I was their age and in this era. But that wasn't the case for me, which is fine. I'm happy living here. But that isn't always the case for some of us. Especially when there can be more potential for other things outside of this tribe, this collective of ours.
Perhaps being able to interlink with other tribes and other communities outside of your clan will help.
I would also agree. We even still have some vague, old scriptures and treatises of the tribes all being together. They're some of the earliest things we actually try to teach the people when they're old enough to learn. And Prody then says, well, if N was part of the people who didn't believe the Tarask would be a problem, is there any among you who also aren't aligned in that regard? And the rest, Bulow, Evans, both of them to at least shake their heads, and then Udi does. She also shakes her head. So it was seemingly just N who was in opposition.
Out.
Yeah.
And we were just like, no, please, we've seen some shit. Please believe us.
We have seen so much shit.
Evans then says, the biggest problem was more getting the people themselves to believe. We try not to enforce beliefs onto our people. We want to believe in the truth, and therefore trying to force people to believe the few orcs that are still alive of the dangers and the threats, and also trying to enforce, the severity of the situation has been difficult. But again, since N has come around to our way of thinking and trusts your words, that should make things infinitely more easier. You can consider provisionally, and we will do ascending once we give you an update, but you can provisionally consider the Star Children on your side.
Thank you.
For now, if you want to, you can rest within our settlement.
That would be appreciated.
Let me just check something out of character, because I need to check how far you are from Venari. Because it is entirely possible you could make it back within the day. Ultimately, there weren't that much travelling. I say that, but I might be wrong. Let me have a look. Okay, I thought it was much quicker. I must have done the wrong calculations. It's taking you I didn't realize it's actually taking you 3 days to get here.
Yeah, what's that?
3 whole days!
It would have taken. Wow, I must have fucked up with what I did for the time. Because I did this before the session, I did measurements. Well, he tells you then, You are free to stay here for however long you need to stay before you head back to Venari or anywhere else you want to go.
We don't want to impose. We'll just stay the night if that's what everyone else is amenable to.
Rima says, I'm fine with staying the night, and that's it.
The same, yes.
We're in a
Yeah.
rush, so we can't afford to waste. Actually, no. Rima says, we don't even need to fucking. Felix, you can just teleport us right now. It's been days, apparently, according to the GM, who didn't measure correctly, like a fucking moron.
According to God.
So yeah, we can just peace out.
Oh, before we do, can we collect an item from your camp for use in teleporting? Should we need to?
The piece of armor.
That would be helpful.
Sure, that works.
Avon actually reaches from behind himself and pulls out a set of a chest plate and what looks like coverings for the upper legs, like down to the knees.
Greaves, right? Or not greaves.
But
No,
it's
greaves
not.
are,
It's not
shins.
covering the feet, the shins and the feet. It's covering from the knees above.
forget what that part of the armor is called.
I don't
Guard?
know.
No, it's
But,
the thighs.
But yeah, so currently you have the cape, the gauntlets, and now the chest plate, we'll say. Ease will say that the Bloodblade orcs should have the boots. Those should be the only things that remain of the armor sets. And once those are completed, the true power of the Titans will be awakened within the armor.
This, I feel like, should have been harder to do. I'm like, Dairon is just... Dairon's not saying anything. They are very specifically not saying anything.
Iron, are you being paranoid again?
Yes.
When are they not?
When are they not? When are they not?
I think Dairon is just like thinking like, this is too easy. What's the catch?
We don't want any quarrel with the outside world. The sooner we can live in peace, the better.
Hmm.
And, you know, we don't like the cults.
I don't think anyone does.
Whatever happens with the humans, at this point, we just want them dealt with. Whether they become extinct, whether they actually learn their fucking lesson and behave, we just want them stopped.
Hmm.
So, you know, the sooner they're dealt with, the better. Which, you know, pretty fair. Like,
Yeah.
you can't really blame them, you know. Let me just check something. Would it be a... Is it this kind of thing? Okay, yeah, perfect. And that is from... there to there. Oh. I'm having to check something. How? It's the correct thing. What? Does it just not work?
Something wrong?
Roll 20 is just being... Not roll 20. The thing I use to calculate distances is being stupid.
Ah.
So, at this point, you actually receive a sending from Guy, Felix.
Oh.
I think I might have done way more than 25. Hmm. Hmm. $25 exactly. So this is from Guy, and he says, "We are on our way to the Venari. Took longer than we hoped because the port in Cordis had been occupied. Luckily, no casualties on our side." Which is a reminder, he is referring to this port. Oh, I'm on the wrong clicker. This port's here.
I will relay that information to the rest of the party.
Aldane turns to the council and says, "We're planning to convene in Venari, before our forces march to take Centralis."
Okay.
So that's the tentative game plan for you. You can get in touch with us for the details.
Turim also will send a sending, but this time to Seamus. I say this time. Guy was the one who sent the sending, but Turim says this. Actually, I need to check something because I don't know if this will even work. Because I can't... my memory. I've been sick as well for like a week, so. Okay. Two, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yeah, within the words. So yeah, this is what Turim sends to Seamus. Managed to teleport into Venari with some others. We'll be waiting on you. Main army is on foot with Hayato.
And I'll relay that message to the boys.
So yeah, so Guy is on his way with whatever forces he has, but it seems like the bulk of the army is actually travelling on foot.
Do we know where they are currently?
You haven't been told that. I'm sure, well, if Felix wants to reply to the Guy sending, he can. And if Seamus wants to reply to Turim sending, he can as well.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, should I ask Turim where the army is right now?
Yeah, you can. You know what I've been really wanting to play for a while now that I haven't played in 2 years. Oh no, a year, sorry. Not played in a year. I really want to play Lethal Company again.
I heard that was okay.
I haven't played since they did like a lot of updates. There's like so many new enemies and creatures and shit to deal with. Like the fucking crying baby that you have to shake. Like someone has to be a parent to a baby, and if you let it cry too much, it becomes a monster. So that's the guy. Guy will reply guy, haha, with I say reply, he's sending you a new sending.
Boom. Full sent.
I'm just checking the exact rough travel time it will take to get from where they are to Venari. If they follow the road anyway.
Hmm.
That's going to take a while.
Wait, weren't they-
337.
I thought they weren't able to land at the port.
They did. It just they had to fight is all.
Hmm.
Ah,
It's going to take them exactly 2 weeks.
So I've got plenty of time.
Well, it's going to take a month from Rainwall to Venari. So I'm going to zoom in a bit for this.
oh yeah, because they're
Because-
traveling over land.
Yeah. They can't bring everyone via boat anyway. Even though Black Rain would potentially have the boats, it's also just due to the fact that, like, how would I describe this? It's just more of the soldiers have experience traveling over land, and
It's
they
easier
don't
to-
want to.
Yeah.
Go on, sorry.
It's easier to move an army that can move over land than to just suddenly make them into sailors.
Well, it's also how would you describe it? 37 days from Rainwall to Venari. So you've got over a month. Actually, it'd be quicker if they went across the land. Especially because they actually would know the secret passageway.
That's handy.
So that cuts out a significant bit of travel time. And this would be if they took, like, the optimal route. Which would mean not stopping in crossroads.
And that cut off what, like a week or so from their travel time?
So from 37 days to 35 days. It's actually
not
not
even a
that
week.
much quicker. But
Well, it's not nothing.
so it'd be 35 days to get to Venari. You'd also be led to assume that the Frostfang orcs would be traveling down as well, probably merging with the army, if they already haven't been.
Mm-hmm.
So yes, I will type out the guy's response. The guy. I want to be the guy. The game.
That was a
Uh,
weird game.
Yeah.
Very mid 2000s.
To a T. Well, that was when like Kaizo Mario was a thing as well, if I recall.
Kaizo Mario's still a thing.
I mean, like when that first came out, though.
Yeah, right when they started doing Mario Maker.
Great. Let's see. So Guy sends this to you, Felix. Great, we'll be at Venari in 2 weeks at best. Look forward to meeting you again soon. Again, you can reply if you want, because this is Guy sending them to you. Seamus, Turin will say, Turin says to you, Seamus, belly out of Black Rain, in referring to the army you can imagine. They took a head start and will merge with the Frostfangs before continuing. They did not have the opportunity to say exactly who, because that would be a lot of names, potentially. You know, it's what, 8 people through teleport? So that'd be at minimum 8 names to include.
I guess that is a
But
lot.
you'll be seeing Turim anyway when you teleport to Venari. So
Very true.
you can assume that's the rationale for why Turim chose not to tell you.
Either that or it's someone that we won't like too much. I don't know.
Who? You like everyone.
That's true. There's some people we don't like, but
I'd say the only-
we've either already killed them or are trying to kill them currently.
I'd
so.
say the only character you've got any weird relationship with is Layla.
And that is a lot of that is on Dairon.
Yeah, because Darren has the weird sexual tension. The rest of you are just like, oh, this is a former enemy who's turned ally right now. Do you have anything else you wish to say to the Star Children before you teleport back? Oh, actually, before you teleport, Ease will hand you this dream catcher.
Ooh.
Oh.
You can use this to teleport back if you need to.
Ah,
We also have the
Thank
armor
you.
now too, don't we?
The armor is very old. I don't know how teleports works, but at least this dream catcher is something made recently.
Thank you, that's helpful.
very helpful.
Do you cast the spell then?
Yes.
As you cast the spell, you find yourselves back into Venari.
I will never get used to this.
Excuse me.
This is fine.
Motion sickness?
No, I was just belching because I'm having a drink. Oh, I forgot. Did you actually get anything from Venari to teleport with?
I feel like I would have taken something.
Give me an very easy intelligence check.
Just Felix?
Oh no. Okay, good. Other side.
17.
I was gonna. So the DC would have been a 7. So even that disadvantage would have been a pass. So you would
Okay.
have passed anyway.
The one with the 2 is the one that stopped rolling first. I'm just like, ugh.
So you teleport. You would have procured like an item. I'm not bothering what item it is because I want to get things quicker.
Like a pine
You-
cone or something. I would have just picked it up off the ground.
But you have an item. You use that as the medium to teleport. You arrive back in Venari. You see, Turim is actually outside speaking with Layla.
Oh, hey, it's
Both-
our situationship.
Don't ever call me that again.
What? I was told that...
I didn't
Never
say
mind.
you could ever say that.
Okay. I'll leave.
For what it's worth, Turim interjects. It's only because Layla's been telling me some of that I didn't assume it was me, even though I had no reason to assume it's me. I'm going to start talking anyway. But anyway, within the means of teleport that I could use, because it does include 8 people.
Mm-hmm.
There is myself. I'm going to move this down. There is myself. There is... Who else was it? Layla. And actually, those are the only NPCs that would have gone because they were in Rainwall. Two of them will just say a few of the other people who I brought along were key people who would be of service. No one within our particular circle that you know. Like notable people who are not notable enough to be within your...
Nobody from the inner circle.
There's an inner circle?
Is there a golden circle?
But again, people who will help.
That's good.
Yeah, Guy, Tristina, and Jade were part of the group that were arriving via boat. I'm actually going to separate these because, Guy, Jade, Tristina were separate. We were able to get Hayato to help with the maneuvering of the actual bulk of the army. So, Hayato will be meeting Hawk and Drick, as well as some other people, as well as the Frostfang Orcs. I also was able to get in contact with Karen, River's grandmother. She should be at any point making the teleportation to here, as apparently Akra left some scrolls of teleportation
That's
behind.
helpful.
Oh, we should contact Karen.
Contact me about what? She says as you see her teleport into the area.
That makes life
Oh, hi,
easier.
Karen.
Reached out sooner.
It's been a while since we last met. You all look wearier.
I almost committed regicide, so that was fun.
Oh. Well, fun. I've just been looking after the orphanage, checking, being with them the entire time, really, if I can be honest.
That's fair.
That's nice.
I've been in semi-regular contact with Akura. Apparently, Stasia has been resurrected.
Oh, that's good.
So it's just a matter of actually leaving the land of the dead.
That is going to probably
I
prove
have-
difficult.
I have questions, but I'm not going to ask them.
Ask away. It might be of help.
I mean, no, it's not. It's more just how did they get him resurrected?
Well, according to Akura, they were able to use the life force. Do you remember that dragon that was flying near the Tree of Life?
Oh yeah,
Yes.
the
They
fuck
dealt
off
with-
dragon that we didn't want to deal with.
They dealt with the dragon and used its life essence to use it as a catalyst to resurrect Stasia.
Oh, okay.
The problem is that Stasia, if he was resurrected, according to what I was told, is buried in Bovetment, missing an arm, and was extremely injured, like damaged. So part of the problem was resurrecting him in a way where he wouldn't return to his original body. So it was a matter of effectively reconstructing a new physical existence for him that will be with him when he leaves the land of the dead. As unlike all of us who were there in our groups, he was the only one who was dead at the time. All of us, well, the 6 of us passed through the life gate, if you recall. So we were fine. Our bodies just continued as they were because of the life gate.
I did want to ask that. You passed through a life gate?
We all did. We left together. Oh, you mean when I went to the land of the dead all them years ago? Yes.
Yes. Okay.
I never died to go there.
That's
Makes
more.
sense.
I was like, okay. I just wanted to confirm. I figured it was something like that. I just didn't have a concrete answer.
Yeah, that's, now you know. But
Now
yeah,
I
so
know.
now it's just a matter of getting them out of the land of the dead, which, is, according to Akra, going well. But how well that is relative, because apparently Stasia only recently been resurrected.
Was it like a
So-
time thing, or is it like some sort of nuance involved in the resurrection itself?
Well, it was physically being... Again, the point is getting him to stay as he was, and not immediately go back to his corpse. So, for him to be resurrected in such a way took a lot of energy and a lot of power, and finding the right person who could perform such a procedure.
Makes sense.
The ghost dragon itself was an ancient dragon, so its extreme power provided the catalyst to allow Stasia to be resurrected in such a way where, again, it wouldn't bring him back to his corpse.
Okay. Yeah, that makes sense.
But because the life gates had closed at the life tree, because we left, now they have to find a way to get out of the land of the dead. But
AKA the hardest part.
for now, and as Akra himself said, we should not factor in those two in any of
No.
our plans. Until we physically see them, we cannot rely on them.
My assumption was always they're off the board until they're suddenly very not off the board.
Yeah, which could take any time. It took now for Stasia to finally be resurrected. It could take just as much time for them to get back here to the Prime. At this point, the group moves into the inn that, everyone's kind of just been using, for plans and just, to rest in. At this point, you see some soldiers of Centralis. Again, these must be the people that Turin was referring to. A few of them give you waves. You might recognize one or two of them, but not in such a way where you could know their names off the top of your head.
Oh, it's Greg and Sally. Not Sally, Sally.
But yeah, Turim shows you a table that they've been using with effectively a map of the continents. Very belchy. And he basically says how they say, God, I'm a fake ally. according to what I was told from the soldiers we've been working with, I estimate that the soldiers are about roughly here, so near the border of Tenoyama. Apparently, Yuto is already waiting at Shimo to eventually meet with the forces, at which point they will then come together to here at this, the crossroads area, but not the crossroads settlement, just this particular crossroads. At that point, because Keren had so graciously, at our request, cleared the way of any undesirable elements, at between this area here, they are able to travel straight through the land without any problems.
Shortcut, excellent.
Once the force gets to roughly here, the Frostfang Orcs and what forces Claude Neopol can offer will then merge with our army, travel across the land from the west, heading south from roughly, down south, following the road. Hopefully, by this point, either the path will be cleared or we'll be aware if there's any Cult of the Taras members around the area. But they will then head from this area, then Turim would put down. Not that, no. But, from here, from where Guy and the soldiers will be travelling anyway, not to merge with them, because by that point, Guy and the others will be with us.
Mm-hmm.
But then the soldiers will either be heading south from here, either following the road or cutting across the land to get straight down to Venari, if they need to. At that point,
paved status on the roads will make up for any time that could be saved by just cutting across the distance.
Well,
Especially with an army that large.
In any case, the soldiers will then merge with our group here, us, and then we will finally be able to commence the liberation of Centralis.
Yoo-hoo!
So far, the plan that most of us are agreeing is similar to what happened with the liberation of Black Rain. You and Keren, and maybe one or two others will be the force that punches in, while we deal with the actual main force that's blocking the country off. Ideally, once you get inside, you can reunite with Toranosuke and, secure the safety of Oriana and any other people you need to save. Ideally, if Oryx is there, you save him. Even if it means, he can't still help, at least saving him, if he can be, so that he can be healed. So the sooner we have him back, the sooner things can be helped and better.
Is there a spell that lets you locate people within a given proximity of you?
Yes, but the problem is that it seems as if anti-scrying things have been placed upon Oryx.
Drat.
We are running under the assumption that they took Oryx with them after he sacrificed himself to help the people of Bovetment be safe. If not, we'll have to just scour the land to hopefully find him.
So we're assuming he's not in Centralis proper.
We're assuming he is, yeah.
Oh.
It'd
We're
be
just
their most secure location.
Ideally, someone of his level of strength they would want to keep close, so that, we can't get to him.
Who else do we know that's in custody or in their
custody at the moment.
Is there anywhere
Well-
in Centralis you would keep someone like Oryx?
Probably in the castle. It'd be the easiest to fortify and defend.
Plus, the dungeons are pretty large.
Where in the castle is another question. He could be at the very top. According to Oryx, he doesn't feel a draft, really. Or at the very least, he's not outside. He's constantly blindfolded, so he doesn't know. He can't see anything. And according to him, the area is in constant low light, so he doesn't know what the time of day it is. Which leads us
He's
to
not
believe
Counting
if
the
he's
seconds, so...
yeah. What it means, though, is that he must be somewhere where if there is a window, it isn't in the room with him, but still enough that he's still getting ventilation to, you know, not die or suffocate.
Mm-hmm.
Which is why, similar to us, to Akra and Stasia, we cannot factor him into any plans of ours. If anything, he's a detriment because they can use him as they're using him as a hostage. But as I was saying, the idea would be is that you five plus Karen, as he points to you four, the party members, plus Rua and Karen,
You could
at
just
the very
say-
least would be the
just
force that
refer-
would be
you can
going
just
in.
refer to our group as the Nameless Guard and then go from there.
Oh, that's the name you're going with?
That is the name we've been going with.
Turim has a mask, but you can see the eye slightly narrow in there.
Yes, our name is Nameless. What do you want from us?
Look, we
We
thought it
couldn't
was
decide
funny.
on a name. It became a point of
Some of us were
contention.
drunk,
So
some of us were not.
Okay,
You can guess
whatever. Anyway, so the point is, however, is that, you know, so the six of you, this nameless guard, if you will be very likely where did Karen's token go?
Disappeared into the ether.
it's over there.
Where?
Over there.
Okay, I'm just gonna put Karen's token down because I'm going insane. Anyway, but yes, it's there. It's under Turim's token. I'm a fucking dickhead. Anyway, so the six of you, the Nameless Guard, we will W as, will be the force that actually goes into Centralis and helps deal with it from within. There should still be soldiers around that you can hopefully outfit and help, so that they can add to helping from within. Once you guys are inside, we'll be retreating until you guys can help do your best to liberate it from within, so that while they're busy dealing with you, we can then come back and attack.
Essentially, use us as an internal distraction.
Well, it's what happened.
Combination hostage liberation and distraction, yeah.
Well, it's what happened
Well-
with Black Crane, so we might as well do it again. It saves us from having to sacrifice and deal with casualties on our side.
Mm.
Yeah. We'll also try to deal with as many of the big hitters as we can, so that their forces aren't as loaded.
I will
Keep in mind,
say, because I was going to suggest this, but teleporting into Centralis on purpose is no longer an option. It seems as if they've put up a barrier to prevent that.
Yeah.
Sorry about that.
I say
RB.
because I tried to teleport in to see what I could do. Given I'm a human, I was hoping I could pretend to be one of them and get what info I could. Tried and I was bounced back. It failed.
We may or may not have accidentally teleported into Centralis while trying to teleport elsewhere.
It happens. But
Yes.
the point is, though, is that you guys will be heading in, you'll be doing what you need to do. Once you've weakened the internal forces enough, we'll come back in, we'll save who we can, and go from there.
One thing to keep in mind, and spread this word to all the commanders that you can get in touch with. If you encounter one of the one of the 5 enemy commanders, do not kill them. Capture them.
I forgot Cammy's also been in Centralis this whole time. I've just remembered she exists.
Wow.
Is she? Have we managed to get in touch with her?
No. I forgot about her, to be fair.
Mm.
She was the only one to not really go with you guys out of like the main group of Kuro's forces. Because she's a rogue, but she's also like not a frontline combatant. But Torin would actually say, according to Guy, they have been in contact with each other, but Cammy's not part of the group that Tora and Leon are a part of.
Interesting.
Apparently Cammy, preferring to work on her own, has been doing her own like sneaking and sleuthing around.
Has she managed to ascertain anything?
Apparently, Oriana's been kept at the guardhouse.
Good to know.
Which
Oryx is the other main hostage, but are there any other hostages that we need to know that she's gained locations of?
well, your parents and sister,
Good.
and several other people. A lot of the nobility have been kept away. But yeah, they've been doing what they can. The bulk of our forces within Centralis as a whole were with us, and are coming back, as you are aware.
I'm sorry, I interrupted you while you were talking about Oriana because I was also concerned about my parents and sister.
But yeah, she apparently is being specifically kept at the guardhouse. I don't know why.
It's almost certainly a trap.
Well, the thing is, though, she's Zaris' daughter, and Zaris is working with the cult.
My suspicion is that she is being kept in relative plain view as an implicit threat to Zaris to cooperate,
So,
regardless of any second thoughts he might have.
I've been trying to contact Zaris with sending, and it isn't working. Either because it doesn't work, or he's not responding to me.
From what we've heard from from the last time we talked with someone
I think it was
in the
Ernest.
cult. I think it was Ernest. Zaris has begun the Tarascification.
Fair, but I also don't imagine that... See, the thing is, he can just kill her if he's too far gone. There's no reason for him to... I can't imagine the Tarascification that he's undergone is that extensive that he's lost his mind, that he can't respond to the sendings.
Can Tarascification affect one's ability to receive or send mental spells?
No, because we can send sendings to animals.
Okay. I didn't know that. I'm not a spellcaster, primarily.
Yeah, that's fair. It's a fair enough question. I'm not blaming you. Yeah, so... sorry, well, actually, I'll just put the... Actually, Dylan. Dylan or Mill, can one of you just put the sending spell in the chat?
Yeah, I'll do it.
So, for whatever reason, Zaris is deliberately not responding to your sendings.
Yeah. All guys.
That is troubling.
Yeah, the creature just needs to be sapient to get the sending. And if Zaris's mind is in such a way where he cannot receive a sending, they could just kill her. There's no reason for her to still be alive. This is me being brutally honest. So he must still have enough mental faculties to be able to willingly choose to just not receive the sendings.
Yes. Well, that does leave the question of just how long will it take before his mind is gone?
Well, so I spoke with someone who was actually part of the cult. I was able to do a suggestion. Apparently, it's like a dosage. So if you were to say one of us underwent Tarascification, it would begin, but only in rare circumstances, without either in rare circumstances or if left uncontrolled, Tarascification does not spread. Unless the cult willingly allows someone to undergo Tarascification without any intervention, would it become worse? So I can surmise that either the amount that Zaris has undergone is low enough that he is still mentally stable, or he could even maybe be fighting the effects. But I doubt that's... I'm willing to believe that's the case, but I'm willing to believe it's more so that it's been controlled.
Yes, nothing like a controlled descent into madness.
Which moves on to my next point. Once you're inside, I'm of the opinion you should split up.
Split up?
That sounds risky.
It does, but
You never split up the gang.
You five are the strongest people here, Karen notwithstanding.
I would suggest if we are going to split up, we take at least a couple other people with us to make the groups more even.
I'll be completely honest, you guys know Centralis better than the cults will. And if you can reconvene with Leon's group, and that gives you more people to work with. There's also still soldiers within Centralis who you can find and get help with.
Well, let's set priorities for our infiltration. It is a while out, so we have time to plan it, but...
Rua and Dairon especially are the easiest to sneak around and the most mobile in your group. Which means those
have one in each group.
Those two could be left on their own, and the rest of you could even just be your own group. Or, you could figure something else out. I would even say, Turim suggests, because the guardhouse would be the closest in proximity of key locations to deal with.
Securing the guardhouse is a priority.
I would even say you alone, Aldane, could deal with that.
You think so?
I'll be completely honest. Most of the best soldiers are probably not going to be in just areas within Centralis. I would argue their best and brightest would be holding the castle. Or they would already be in places like the actual guarding of the outside of the city.
If I'm going to take the guardhouse, I'm trying to take the guardhouse. I would like at least either Seamus or Felix to back me up.
Again, you don't have to go with what I'm saying. This is just if we are to try to optimize as much reach as we can.
We've also got like a month to wait now.
We do.
So we can brainstorm this.
And say, I actually have the ability to boost my voice dramatically with my astral self. I could even get to a high point on my own, boost my voice as best as I can, and go around to tell them that we've returned, to try and inspire riots to happen. I don't like the idea of using the townspeople to help, but in my opinion, we as Cordicians are people who fight. We don't just accept things that happen to us. I can't imagine they'd be willing to just let us do all the work. Which is why we need to rely on them to help themselves. And ideally, that would then be the forces we could rely on as well. Even if it meant that only the strong and healthiest are the people who would be helping us, it could mean potentially more people to help maneuver the soldiers if any of them have been captured. It could mean, distractions. It could mean just more people who can help push and disturb and distract and bother the cult so that we on our own could handle them, the cult, with greater ease.
Well, we can discuss the tactics of it once we actually have a firmer grasp on our combined forces, but...
Mm-hmm.
If nothing else, we need to find out where Leon and Tora's group is inside the city, or outside, as the case may be.
Mm-hmm.
To my knowledge, Turim says, they're still within the city. They're just maneuvering through the underground and the sewers. Apparently, well, you would know. Do you remember that part of the underground that the cult of the Tarask had commandeered, where you fought Arkham?
Yeah.
They've been using that occasionally as a base when they are passing around through the underground.
Of course they are.
That's when they aren't using other places, but there are to my knowledge, you could probably try and get them to meet you there, or let them know where you are above ground, and they could probably meet you from the and climb up from the sewers. Which is why I would even say, depending on what the rest of you would be heading towards, I know, according to layouts what Guy has told me, there is a access to the sewers straight from the guardhouse that Oriana would be kept in. So it could even be possible for you to have that group help Aldane.
Isn't that a nice coincidence?
Yes.
Or you could even have them help some other of you guys. I would say, however, if we're being completely honest, Turin points to you, Felix, and you, Seamus. I would probably even say you two should be the only few that should stay together.
I agree.
If we're being practical, you two are a combination of either the least mobile or least... You guys are spellcasters, so you guys can blast through enemies, but it still would take only a certain amount of enemies to potentially swarm you in the wrong way. Again, this is me being completely honest with you guys. Although,
Sorry,
Turin
Tyron just came back with
realizes,
some soup.
Turin realizes, Seamus, you just have a lot of familiars and creatures to summon, no?
Yeah, I can be a one-man squad if I
Yeah.
need to.
And
However,
Felix,
it's a one-time thing, and
I mean, you have a lot
it-
out of character. You can use multiple of them statues.
yeah, but like
So
after
you
I
could
use
just
them,
use.
I can't use most.
You could, yeah. What I'm saying is, you could summon the lions and then summon the next thing.
Yeah,
Like
I
switch
could have a
out to your
small
next
army.
Pokemon.
Yeah. Not to mention my animate objects.
And Turin just
And
realizes
polymorph.
you also have ways to teleport around, don't you, Felix? Because of your Misty Step.
Yep.
Yeah. So, again, you can completely ignore my suggestion, but I think until you guys can secure the area, it would be quicker and easier for you guys, especially with your level of power now, to split up. As much as I don't recommend it.
I don't think we should do a full party split. I think we should split up into either pairs or trios.
I think
Ruma-
pairing me off with Felix, and Aldain, you take Seamus.
I'll go on my own then, Rua says. I'm the right combination of durable and mobile to do what I need to do to basically spread my voice around.
Yeah.
Honestly, I was just gonna say, like, you're probably the best to go solo.
I also have the ability to block an arrow if it hits me or something.
I don't.
And easily forgettable thing of mine. Oh wait, no, I don't have the Moonblade. Fuck! I forgot. The one time I remember that my Moonblade can function as a defender weapon, and I don't even have it. Where? Where?
Like
Very unfortunate.
wah.
I love that meme. But yes. Turin will say, I've said enough at you guys. We've got 35 days at best that the others will arrive. We have plenty of time to hash things out.
I think first things first, we should, help the Venari residents with their tower issue.
I'm not going near the tower. At this point, I'm done with that fucking thing.
Then once
You want us to
we
destroy it?
clear the
Okay.
cult out, can we have it?
We have a house.
No, because it's Oryx's.
Oryx
yeah,
is getting
Oryx
a
been
whole
called dead.
country.
And we all have benefited from Oryx's generosity since we've come to know him. I'm not willing to tell him that, if I was you guys, I wouldn't say, hey, we've took your tower. It's better
No,
to ask for permission in this case.
Look, Felix,
also
if you
have
take
a
issue with
house.
him, if you take issue with him having both a country and a building within our country, we'll just treat it like a friggin' embassy, okay?
Maybe we can ask him to lease it to us or something.
Honestly, he might agree to that, actually.
Felix, if you want to do that, you can. I'm gonna stay home.
So,
Look,
unless you guys want to catch...
it might
Sorry, go ahead.
it might be nice to diversify our real estate portfolio. Gotta think
estate
long term.
portfolio. You literally have a fucking house, Rua says, in Tenoyama, your parents' house.
Exactly. Diversify.
You're so weird.
Why do you give a fuck about real estate all of a sudden?
He doesn't. He's just
It
being
I
a
was-
kid.
be a good
I was
real
talking-
estate investment in that way because we'd be leasing it in that case. We wouldn't own it.
I was talking to a chicken and it really got in my head about this.
A chicken?
His name was Nugget.
I'm gonna insight.
Oh,
Felix.
okay.
Roll deception, Felix. Oh no, that's useless. Never mind, you won't pass.
Darren's got you clocked. What does Darren glean from the inside?
I mean, this is just me being a shit, so out of character, this is me being a shit, so I don't know.
But,
No thoughts, head empty.
Only
so,
vibes.
when it comes to the, what's the word? The, reconnaissance to the north of Venari, Mr. X would tell you there is still about 2 more days before they actually decide they're actually going up. So you still have some days before you need to worry. So yeah, you're safe.
Turim, I don't suppose you've got Pass Without Trace in your spell book?
No, I don't.
Worth
You don't even
asking.
see Turin pull out the spell book.
Worth asking.
I mean, if you want, over the month, we can trade spells.
I mean, we'll definitely be doing that, but just,
I have banishment.
I now have Prismatic Spray and Crown of Stars.
Oh!
Crown of Stars is great.
I didn't realize that you're such a murderer.
We've killed so many people at this point. How could you not know?
Because I've not been traveling with you. I'm joking, by the way. They're good spells to take. I myself am actually working on my own signature spell. Basically, say I cast it on you, and you cast... They think... Say you cast Prismatic Spray, after I cast my spell on you, you get to do Prismatic Spray again without using any other resource.
Ooh.
It just happens immediately after.
That would be fun.
Yes. But, alas, I'm not strong enough right now to be able to come up with a spell of that magnitude. But that is intended to be my signature spell when I get to. So, out of character, unless you want to talk to, like, Tarim or Layla, or even Prody and Karen, and Rua, because they are all NPCs, we can cut to the next, like, few days.
Yeah, let's do
You
that.
know,
Yeah, I think we'll have plenty of chance to talk to them, after this, hopefully. Assuming
Okay.
this doesn't all
So-
go wrong.
So we're not gonna be going too long. It'll probably be by the next hour, this coming hour. In the next 10 minutes and change, that'll probably be ending the session soonish anyway.
Right.
So you let me see, which song do I want to use? We'll use this song for now. So here's the new song, Mill. So the scouting group ends up being obviously you four, because that would be helpful. Layla and Rua, as well as Mr. X and a few other people.
So a 10-person group.
Yeah, about that much. Mr. X will say, again, as a reminder, this is only scouting. We just want to see what they're actually doing with the tower, or in that general area. If we come into contact and start fighting, do not be afraid to run. I'm willing to pull out. Ideally, we do not want them. We do not want to get into a skirmish. As the last our scout said, there was quite a lot of people camping at the tower.
Good to know.
I believe the scout said there was over I want to say 30 people using the tower.
Oh, this is
So the
gonna be
numbers
fun.
do not favor us.
So, I'm going to roll a d4 and we'll decide who heads up. Oh, you know what? Gen already did a roll, so... Okay, Gen already did a roll, so... Okay. Jack, give me a d100.
Joy of joys.
Ooh.
Huh.
Is that good or bad?
It's random.
So you travel up north, heading from Venari. The group you're in, this is on foot, by the way. There's no carts or anything, because they want to make as quick escape as possible and not have to potentially abandon anything.
Leave no trace.
It's not even that, it's just they don't have to leave perfectly good animals or carts behind. You know, the group might have to split up to get away or anything like that, so...
Scatter!
So,
I'm sorry you
as
don't have a token for Mr. X.
I do, I just don't... I'm going to be completely honest. Mr. X is a secondary character at best in the grand scheme of things. I do not have much in the way of plans for him,
Fair.
and there is a reason why.
Oh no.
And it's given away.
So, your group travels up north. At this point, after, I want to say, let me actually check how much time it is. Because I don't want to give an estimation and then be completely wrong when I realize, oh, it's actually this much time has passed, or this much time to get from there. To there, to there, to there. I'm just going to say there. So 99 miles. So it would be about 4 days and a bit of change. After day 1 of traveling, Dairon, you get a sending from Guy. And I'm going to DM you this, because I know your reaction will be the juiciest.
Oh god.
God damn it. Okay. Should I be? I'm gonna. Okay.
Trying to fit into the word count, huh?
What are you typing again?
Nothing. I was just out with the dealer. I had a message already written, and I got.
Oh.
Got Go fuck yourself.
What?
So, Dyra, like, do you see Dyra just like, you know, the concern meme?
Yeah. Oh god, that's old.
So,
Dyron is just doing that hand pose and like just does like deep inhale. So,
Want to share with the class, Dairon? Rua asks.
Jade's father is at the tower. They're currently being held captive.
What?
huh.
How?
That's a little awkward.
Well, this can't be just
Wait.
a quiet scouting mission anymore, can it?
Jade is an orphan. Rua
No,
says.
I thought we knew that Jade had parents.
So, give me intelligence checks.
The lot of us.
All
Are
of
we
you.
intelligent? Absolutely not.
Okay,
Do
so
we
it makes
have
sense
the
that
proper smart
So it
approach?
makes sense that Dairon is incorrect.
Oh, that's funny!
Oh no!
So yeah, Seamus, Dairon's right. Like, he has parents. Felix and Aldane, you know Jade was an orphan. Her mum basically ran away from the cult with Jade as a very young child, and Akra found them and took them in, but she passed away from like the stress of it all eventually.
Right.
We met
that-
relatives of hers. I know we did.
So yes, that was her. That was relatives on her mother's side of the family who live in Centralis.
Okay. So I assumed that was the dad you were
So
talking about.
when we went, so if you remember, because this was a long time ago, Jade had a birthday party.
Mhm.
That was at her basically aunt and uncle's place.
Okay. I
Is that
assumed
who's captured?
No, they're referring to Jade's father, which has never been brought up before.
But if the
Even
mother, if,
Akira
mother,
never
if,
knew about her dad.
if mother and daughter escaped from the cult, it seems like a fairly decent bet that the dad is also a part of the cult.
So wait, if he's being held captive at the tower, is he
Nobody-
being held captive or is he just
I was
present?
gonna say, didn't say he was being held captive, just that he was at the tower.
no.
So
The word specifically Guy used is being held captive.
Right.
So it is possible that he is.
I'm going to type out a response.
Yeah, ask for clarification. Because it is possible that if he's being held captive, he is a defector. And we can get valuable information from a defector.
Also, Guy is getting this information from the cult.
How? Oh, charm person, right.
what?
No, they got a message from the cult.
Oh.
Oh, a hostage message?
Then that definitely seems like a trap.
Oh, it's 100% a trap.
Word for word, I just say the exact words I was told.
So, it's a trap. The question is, how do we spring the trap in a way that will advantage us?
My concern now is, they are looking out for us.
Yes, but do they know that we're en route, or do they think that we
That
are
is my
still?
concern now.
We're going to have to play this very carefully.
Mm.
Also, is Jade safe? Kaido?
She was part of the United Forces that we took with us, right?
Jade's part of Guy's group right now.
I thought so.
Oh god. Oh dear god. Okay. This is apparently third-hand information, because Jade got a sending and shared it with Guy, and now Guy has been sharing it with me.
Lovely.
Classic game of telephone.
Of what? That doesn't exist.
What is this telephone?
Game of fucking sending. Game of fucking sending stone.
Tenno Yaman whispers instead of Chinese whispers.
Mm-hmm.
As you're discussing this, Mr. X actually says to you, "Is everything okay? You all look worried."
We just got a sending that has some concerning information in it. We'll tell you as soon as we have a clearer picture of what's going on.
Okay.
It does involve our destination of the tower, however.
Oh no.
Yeah, that was my reaction too. Like I said, we'll keep you in the loop once we have a clear picture of what's going on. Until then, just please stand by.
I told Guy, it's a trap. We get to spring it.
So I'm
Jade
gonna
is to
post
not-
in.
Jade
gonna
is
post
to
in
not
me-
break off. We will handle it.
So I'm gonna post in memes Guy's reaction to that sending. You wouldn't see this, but
It's funny to imagine it, I imagine. Let's see it, let's see it.
If I get the words Jade has already left, I'm going to kill it. Yup.
Oh dear. Okay.
She said she was going on a walk.
Something about going on a walk? What's that? Oh no. So, this is bad.
Jade's en
Yeah.
route. Jade's en route. It's go time, guys.
We need to intercept Jade. And talk
Who's
her
it?
into a plan.
Jade? Mr. X asks. Who's that?
One of our companions from
A Goliath,
from the guard.
forgetting isn't a tiefling. I don't say that.
What? You said what to Mr. X?
She's a Goliath who's one of our companions from the Centralis Guard.
Give me insight, all of you.
Yeah. Wonder why Mr. X is it. God damn it. Of course Dairon would get that.
Seamus?
No. You fucker.
Oh, no, hold on.
You fucker.
Seamus?
Why is it right on me? Hold on.
Kaido, you fucker.
Oh, is Mr. X a mole?
Oh, I wish I got that 27 though.
My daughter was called Jade.
Yeah.
Dairon's gonna go for a knife.
And you begin to realize Mr. X has this extremely similar colored eyes to Jade.
Why did we...
In fact,
Dairon?
this is something.
Mr. X, I'm gonna ask you one question. And
Okay.
if you answer, I'm going to kill you.
Okay.
If you answer period or if you answer wrong?
Answer wrong. Are you Jade's father?
I guess
Seamus, you have minor illusion, right?
if I can,
I actually
the
don't
best
think
way for me to answer your question would be for me to ask you a question in return. Does she have eyes similar
Yes.
color in
She does have
his
eyes.
lips? You see his lips purse and his already pale complexion get paler.
You are the father. Yay!
Everyone's gonna draw their knife.
Years ago, my
Oh, darn, this is gonna get good. Hold on.
years
Mr.
ago,
Backstory time. Backstory time.
years ago, my daughter, my wife, and I had a daughter. We were traveling along the countryside, heading to her family, who lived in Centralis. We were attacked by the cult and were captured. In the chaos, we had to separate. I could not find them after what had happened. I looked and looked. The last thing I saw of them, my wife was in a bloody mess. Injured and attacked. I barely made it out alive. For the longest time, I believed I'd outlived my wife and child. My daughter's name was called Jade.
More or less
Are
consistent with the story we have from Akra.
Are you a part of the cult of the Tarask?
No.
Aldea's gonna cast Zone of Truth.
Is he telling the truth, Kaido?
Yes.
Hold on, Aldane.
Okay, okay.
Aldane's also gonna roll insight real quick.
Yeah, he's,
What-
he's telling the truth.
Aldane's also gonna roll insight on Dairon to see how murdery they are. Nope.
I mean, you can probably tell Darren's, like, you know, a bit antsy at least.
Iron had like
Rua actually stands between you and him. Rua actually gets in between.
I'm
Calm
Dairon?
down, Dairon. Even
No.
if he is...
Rua.
Even if he is part of the cult, what the fuck can he do? He can't outrun you, me, and Layla. And you and Layla can fucking snipe him.
No, what I'm worried about, Rua, is him leading us into a trap. That is what I'm worried about right this second.
Okay, then we kill him.
I mean, technically, it seems like we're walking into a trap regardless, knowingly.
Jade is operating under information that she is not aware of.
Seamus.
And
They're saying they have her father, and
Seamus, Felix. Send a sending to Jade now.
Good
One of
call.
you, I do not care. We stop her from doing something incredibly stupid.
Felix looks like he's on it. Okay.
What do you want to say? We have your we found your father.
we have your
Meet us here.
father! That would be so funny!
We found your father. We have found
That'd be like
your
that
father.
Key and Peele sketch out of character of like the texting thing. Where they're misinterpreting the text.
That's such a good skit.
Key and Peele just has so many good skits.
I can never
Mexican
forget about the
standoff.
one where one of them's the president of the United States, and he's only being chummy with other black people.
Yeah, that was great.
The one I was thinking of is Mexican standoff, and
Yes.
Jordan Peele is the president, and he's doing reverse psychology on Republicans.
Mm.
Also, Obama's Anger Translator is an all-time classic.
Also, I will say, this twist has been pre-campaign.
You motherfucker.
You know what's really funny? Mill as Felix has had the longest time to have figured it out, because he met Mr. X in Utah and spoke about his wife and child. And
Oh my
I have-
god.
Okay, that is somehow worse than Zara
I don't-
speeding with
I don't
the
blame
vampire leader.
I don't blame Mill. It's just extremely funny that could have been the opportunity if Felix had cared to actually potentially not let this happen.
Damn, Felix, why did you care?
I
Felix,
don't remember.
To be fair, this was like this was over last year ago.
Okay.
This was before fucking Felix had languorousness.
Yeah, I didn't write any notes about it, so I honestly don't know. Is the answer to that.
That was probably the best way to phrase it without getting her to go ballistic, huh?
If you say she is already inside, I'm going to kill you, Kai. I'm going to fly to England.
There'd be no way for her to get there that fast, though.
I don't.
We had a head start. Like, how long have we been traveling? And it's not close enough that it's just a day's travel. Felix, you gotta tell her what we know.
Okay, do you actually want me to tell her?
Yes.
Yes, because it's the only way to stop her from trying to imitate the legendary hero Leroy Jenkins.
Brewer also says yes. Only Come Back Now says yes. I don't know what yes about, but yes.
Where did you go?
I was scouting ahead while you guys rested.
Mr. X is
fucking-
Jade's father.
I can see the resemblance. They have very prominent green eyes. It's not like the narration hasn't mentioned green eyes as well.
Look,
Like,
Tyrog
you
is
guys are
a
confident enough that I thought it was insignificant, okay? It's not like it's purple eyes or some shit.
oh, you mean like Kurogane and his aquamarine eyes, and his dad and his aquamarine eyes? To be fair, that was a bit more esoteric, because from when I mentioned his Kuro's aquamarine eyes, I think that was before we even started streaming this.
That might have been, yeah.
So I don't blame
been
you
streaming
guys
this
for that.
years.
Also,
Oh my
we
God.
didn't want to be racist to sue.
I'm going to be honest, when I reference color motifs, you should genuinely just assume that a character's connected, in my opinion.
Fair enough.
Like, I lean into motifs and, like, references and, like, themes a lot. There's a reason why fucking every one of those orcs that I mentioned earlier were named after exclamations. Fucking
So I caught a
Wabunga
few of
being...
those exclamations.
So, Wabunga is Cowabunga.
Naturally.
Uh,
I know Bulu is probably, fabulous, right?
yeah, fabulous. Bulo is fabulous. N is Amen.
Okay.
Avens is...
Heavens?
What was that? Yeah, Heavens. Udi is Howdy.
Thought so.
Ease is from Freeze.
Oh, okay, interesting.
And I'm going to be completely honest. No more orcs are going to be introduced in this entire campaign, I can imagine.
Because you run out.
No, I'm fucking sick of it. I'm sick of having to look for exclamations.
Yeah, because you run out of ones
No,
to...
I still have like 4 or 5 more that I can use.
Jesus.
Just to check, Mr. X's real name is Xavier.
Yeah,
Cool. And we know that.
Yes.
yeah.
Yeah. I can imagine Jade running through the forest and just skidding to a halt and tearing up trees as she skids after receiving that one. But yeah, we should probably wrap up soon.
Jade replies with, "Oh, okay. I guess I'll wait."
God.
Happily
Okay.
enough, Jade has decided to wait.
Crisis averted, oh thank gods.
I now respond to Guy. We have got her to stop. Hold on, I'm going to type it out.
You already replied to Guy.
No, the second one. The most recent.
Oh yeah, because she took the horse. Yeah,
Oh, okay, so she took a horse, that's why she was going so fast.
yeah. Because Gen didn't mention. Yeah, I said too late. She's already taken a horse. I probably should have mentioned that sooner.
Yeah, the horse kind of factors into it a little bit more. Because that cuts down the travel time by what, like, to like a third of what it was?
There's gonna be questions that he has, and I'm just gonna be like, you know what? Shit's happening right now.
This is the response you get from Guy, who does an entire sending just to say this.
Okay, you gotta spill the tea on that one.
That's all I got.
I'm gonna. Yeah, that's
what
what
did Guy say?
It's in general chat of the Discord.
That is what I got.
He just does
He
an
was getting a
ASCII.
little too excited about
He
it.
just does an ASCII pog, like PogChamp.
What exactly did you say, Dairon? Dairon?
Yeah, that's what Darren said, and then Guy sent a new sending just to reply with that.
Amazing.
So crisis averted. I just responded. So crisis averted. We'll contact you when we can.
So I'm gonna say that's the session.
Fair.
God, what a fucking roller coaster.
God.
And with that,
I've been sat on that for so long.
And with that is the end of the stream. So thank you everybody for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed. In terms of future stuff, Tuesdays, Thursdays, Saturdays, and Sundays. This Thursday will be the start of our
End of year stuff.
end of year stuff with the media, I believe it was. Yeah, media.
Yes, media.
We've had to switch it with video games. Video games is now going to be next Sunday. Media this Thursday, so look forward to that. Otherwise, please do give us a follow here on Twitch and a subscribe and all that YouTube stuff.
Like and subscribe, leave a comment down below, and please press that bell icon.
And otherwise, hopefully, we'll see you on Tuesday. Good night.
Later.